This evening's vote comes after months of protests, promises, and contentious back and forth over the fate of 7 Acero charter schools. All at one point had been slated for closure, but today's school board action spares 5 of them.
This matter is adopted by the board.
The vote brought people to their feet and elicited hugs, tears, and relief.
Right now, our group is happy. We're happy that we got back to square one and that the 5 schools that we originally were promised in December are going to stay those 5 schools.
For families who for months had taken to the streets, the Chicago Board of Education's approval of a plan keeping 5 Acero charter schools open was imperfect but still a victory. Their fight began last fall when Acero announced it was closing 7 schools at the end of this academic year. But amid protests, the previous mayoral appointed school board voted last December to keep all 7 of the publicly funded privately run schools open next year and have CPS absorb 5 of them the following year.
We have made a pledge to children and to families, and I feel that we have an obligation to maintain that pledge.
But then in about face, the new hybrid school board determined keeping all 7 open next year would require CPS to give Acero more funding than allowed under state law. So the board now voting to close Paz Elementary School and Cruz K-12 School and to keep open the 5 others, which will then be absorbed by CPS in the 2026-27 school year. Some questioning how it'll be paid for.
When we look at that 2026-2027 budget, whatever the cost is, comes at a cost, and that means we are cutting staff across the district.
It's not immediately clear how much it'll cost CPS to keep those 5 schools open. And for now, there's no transition plan for the 2 schools that are closing. The original item at today's meeting called for 3 schools to close, but board members amended that down to 2.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.